guys, we're here at Her.HQ for this episode of BZen TV, and we're kicking things off with Amy, the founder of Sociologie Wine. She's gonna teach us how to make a super fun, really simple cocktail. Amy, it's always such a joy to have you here.
It's such a pleasure being here. Thank you for inviting me to be a part. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just in the eyes.
To that. Always in the eyes.
In the eyes.
Oh. Okay, so what kind of cocktail, I know you just made me laugh. What kind of cocktail is this? What are we making?
This is a berry vodka punch.
Okay.
Cocktail.
So we have, do you add the sangria? How do you put this together? Because it looks beautiful.
Thank you. Well, you can pick whatever like glassware that you love, but we always have something that's fun and cute. So we have red berry.
Okay.
Then you add your vodka.
Okay.
Then you shake it and you're like almost like a martini.
Okay.
And you add a little bit of orange to it, like orange juice to it. And from there, you have your cocktail.
So it's like simple.
Simple.
Tastes delicious though.
Tastes delicious. You can garnish it with like grapefruit, a little bit of orange, a little bit of like berries, all that kind of fun stuff. And you can still be able to like just cheers.
What occasion would we be using this for?
This is a great like nighttime. So I would say this is like your new Cosmo. So you're using like wine.
Cosmo. I
The
love
new
it. We're
Cosmo.
updating the Cosmo. So Amy, what else have you been up to lately since we last saw you?
Oh my goodness.
What's new with the wine business?
Well, what's new with the wine is we're looking forward to our new like series for like caftans and cocktails. So get ready for every single like
Okay, we're
meal
going.
you can think about.
Do we need to go to your Instagram to be
Indeed.
able to?
Instagram,
Okay.
website, you go for it. Like we're looking forward to having fun parties as the springtime rolls out. So
I'm so excited.
yeah,
Okay, and
it's time to
then
share.
you guys have like a whole new line of bottles coming out, right?
Yes.
And when does that launch? April?
That's going to call in May.
In May. Okay.
Yes, May, end of Q2.
And what is this? And what is this line?
It's all about influencers, all about inclusivity. Like we want all women to feel inclusive. We want all women to be represented. We want all women to just feel empowered by the bottles. So we look out where you're gonna see like influencers, you're gonna see your girl next door, you're gonna see your best friend, you're gonna see your mom, you're gonna see your bride, you're gonna see your sorority girl. That is what we're looking for sociology.
That
it's
is so
all
much
about
fun.
women.
I love it.
So
You always take wine to the next level and make it a little bit more fun, if that's possible.
of course, that's the whole point. You want to be able to have your wine at your party and have a good time.
You don't want to be running out before or
No.
during to have to go and restock. So people can just order online, stock up, be ready for their next party.
And custom wine bottles, that's what we're looking
You do
for
customs
too.
as well?
Because there's so many people who want to have their own label. They want to do something special. So we're really looking forward to being able to have that one-on-one touch, and they can be able to come to us and say, we want our special day for the bride, for the bachelorette, whoever, and that could be something we can do for them.
So you can like custom design a bottle and a blend?
Yes.
Okay, that's exciting.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Can we cheers
I want to get
again?
a custom. Cheers.
What do you
Well,
want your bottle to look like if you had to imagine
It
a
needs
bottle?
to be like the BZen bottle. What would that even be? What would that even look like?
That'd be fantastical.
Is there like a chill, centered together wine? I don't know.
We can make something that can represent that, or maybe just anything. I think when you like just you on there.
I love it. Well, Amy, thank you for teaching us this super simple, fun cocktail.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. We're going to be using it, whipping it out, adding a little bit of vodka, a little bit of orange juice to our sangria.
Juice, sangria, vodka, shake it, pour.
And you're ready to go.
And you're
And
ready
you
to
look
go.
like a pro.
That's all you have to do. Cheers.
Love it. Thank you, Amy.
My pleasure.
We're here with Amanda Montgomery, the founder of A. Montgomery Law, and we're going to be talking about how to be your own advocate. So, Amanda, why is it important to learn how to be your own advocate?
I think that it's something that I have the privilege of, being able to be my own advocate as an attorney. But for a lot of women and small business owners in general, I think that it's really tough to practice assertiveness and, have that acumen just naturally. You have to practice
100%, because you're in so many new situations. Well, like you said, as a woman, whether you're like a corporate queen, working your 9 to 5, or you're starting your own business, you have so many situations where you kind of realize as you get more and more into your career that you have to know how to ask for what you want.
Yes.
Know how to be authentic and honest and not feel intimidated.
Yes.
And it can be difficult. So I'm so glad you're here to help us with this. It's super important. Okay, so you're going to teach us how to kind of lawyer this out. What are the first steps that we need to take if we are going to go into a negotiation or be assertive asking for something that we need?
Okay, so if you're going into a negotiation, the most important thing, and this is so instinctive, but it's writing down all of your big arguments, all of your major points, your goals, everything you want out of that negotiation, put it on paper, make it bullet point, write it away to where you're going to remember it.
Okay, and what does that help us to do? It helps to remember, and then does it help
It helps
with
center
else?
you,
Yeah.
and I'll get into it with the next thing I talk about.
Okay, so what's the next thing that we need to do once we've written out what we want?
Okay, so turn the page and write down everything that you expect the other side to request from you.
Okay, wow, that's a good one, because I think that we don't always do that, right?
Yeah. We don't always put ourselves in the other side's shoes and think about what they're going to be demanding. Think about things that are pretty much a no-go for you, but you're expecting from the other side.
Okay.
And think about where you can accommodate them. So, there may be areas where you can compromise and come together on a number or, deadlines or whatever you're negotiating for.
That's awesome. I feel like that takes you out of the moment of what you want or what you're about to do, and it helps you kind of see a bird's eye view.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
It's a roadmap of sorts, and it's kind of once you run through all of your main points that you want to go through, and once you run through what you think they're going to bring to the table, it's kind of you've gone through a simulation of sorts of the negotiation beforehand, which makes you more confident.
Okay, that's awesome. So what's the next one after that?
Okay, so the next one is talk it out with a trusted mentor, talk it out with someone that you trust who will give you objective advice. So that's so important. Talking to your best friend is amazing and wonderful, but they're not always going to give you real talk. And so it's so important to go to someone who will tell you, hey, I'm seeing vulnerabilities with what you're going to be bringing to the table.
Oh, that's helpful.
Here's what you need to say. So.
And you mentioned something when we spoke about this before. You were like, do you think that any executives, do you think any of them go into a negotiation without having run it by other people first and getting more input? So that's a really good strategy.
Yes.
And then what's the last thing that we need to do to really seal the deal and be prepared?
So the last thing is practice, practice, practice.
Like in front of the mirror? What
Yes. It's not going to feel cool. It's going to feel silly, but do it anyway. This is your time to shine. So practice your assertive voice. Practice your big arguments. If you're going in and demanding a certain, salary or amount to be paid, practice how you're going to sell that. Bring it forward. This is, your moment, your Amal Clooney moment.
I love it, the Amal Clooney moment. And we all love her.
Yes.
So is there anything that you personally do? Because, you're a lawyer, you've been in courtrooms, you've had to argue in huge cases. Is there anything that helps you personally?
I think I channel, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, it's awesome.
I try to feel, that spirit wash over me, her, essence. But I just try to go over all of my notes and tell myself, this is important, this is meaningful, and, you just have to do it. You have to take it seriously or you'll regret it.
That's awesome. Amanda, you are amazing. We love you, and we love that you're here sharing all these tips with us. So if people want to find out more from you, read your blog, and hire you to be their lawyer, where can they go?
Okay, so my website is amontgomerylaw.com, and my Instagram is amontgomerylawyer. And you can send me an email. I'm gonna have a blog post that goes over all of these things and a little bit more, like what BATNA means and a few other things. So so
Always
check it out.
good stuff. Always good stuff. All right, thank you, Amanda. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Brittany.
We're here with the founder of Just Add Bronze, Amber Tauzin, and she's going to teach us how to get that perfect glow as we kind of move into spring. Amber, okay, help us. What do we do? Because you have helped me so much with just how it peels in between. I think we've all been there.
Yes. So
what are the steps?
The main thing is to shower, shave, and exfoliate the evening before your spray tan. So many people fail to do this.
A lot of people do it the morning of.
They will wait till the morning of or right before you show up, and that is failure right there.
What does it do?
So if you shower and shave right before we spray tan, it leaves a film on your body. So then the solution cannot absorb like it should and fully develop. So then you end up with streaks going down your legs and down your arms.
Or those little splotches.
Or the splotches, yes. So you have to do that 24 hours in advance. That is the key.
Okay, so then what are the next, so as we move down the process.
Yes.
So then during.
So you want to make sure that you have a makeup-free face. You want no lotion on, no sunscreen, nothing that's going to be a barrier that's going to block that solution from developing.
Okay, and then afterward, which I feel like is the most important part.
And then afterwards, you want to wear dark, loose-fitting clothes that you can kind of move around and relax in. You don't want to sweat, no working out. So you want to give yourself a full 24 hours to develop.
Also, like, okay, so when it comes to your face,
Yes.
we were talking about this, like, if you get a spray tan, your body will stay tan for longer and your face will start to
Yes.
fade because you're like washing your face, moisturizing.
And the oils, yeah. So that's
what do you
where the
do?
spray comes into place. Norvell carries a line called Venetian for Faces.
Okay.
And so that's just a little spritzer that you can spray on, and you can do it every couple of days. And you can put it on a beauty blender, spray it on your face, just kind of pat it in, and leave it on for 3 hours, and it gives you that instant color to match the rest of your body, and it will last you several days, and you can kind of keep that, you know, throughout your weekly spray tan, so that you're not like pale face and dark body.
That's kind of groundbreaking.
Yeah, it's
like, I really had
amazing.
no idea that there was something you could use. I was like, oh, I guess
Well,
this is
and
how
like
it is.
during the winter, if your body's covered up, you can just do the spritzer on your face, and so at least you have a tan face up top. It's really a
Yes.
great thing.
So then when you are starting to fade, because, right, that just happens.
Yes.
How do you keep from, like, you know when you work out and you get like a blotch
the
here
splotching, yeah.
or here or like behind your kneecap? What
So
do you
you
do?
really want to make sure that you're putting on lotion twice a day. It needs to be oil-free lotion.
wow,
That's
okay.
like key to keeping the spray tan from fading off uneven. So oil-free lotion, and then also you can put powder like in the creases of your arms and behind your knees. That also kind of helps to absorb oil so that you don't splotch in those areas.
Is that for when you're like working out?
Working out,
And you
yeah.
sweat it off, right?
Yeah, because a lot of times your skin's rubbing in those areas when you're lifting
Mm-hmm.
weights or on a treadmill or you're sweating. I mean, those areas rub, and so having the powder there really absorbs that oil so that that color doesn't come off in those places.
Okay, and if you're at the point where you've been working out and like you're already there, like it's
Yeah.
happened, what do you do? Should you like dab on more tanner?
Well,
'Cause
that's
I've
when you can get the
made
boost.
messes before.
Yeah, so that's when you can get the boost. And
Okay.
you just get your sponge, you just rub it on your arm, like you do this, rub it on your arm, let it sit for 3 hours, and then you go to rinse it off. And so 3 hours is like a light layer, and then you can gradually build. If you want darker, you could do it again in a couple hours, and you can just gradually build till you get that color to match the rest of your body where it's worn off.
Okay, and it'll
you
even
don't,
it out.
Yes, and you don't
Okay.
have to worry about there being any patches.
Okay, well, you're just saving our tanning lives
know,
as
I know.
usual, Amber. Thank
Yes.
you so much. And where can people
Yes.
follow you to get more tips and just learn more behind the scenes and how to get like a great tan?
Yeah, so justaddbronze.com is my information, and then also you can reach out to me on Facebook and Instagram at justaddbronze.
And you do amazing mobile spray tanning. She'll come to your house
Yes.
and she'll bring a heater so you're not cold and she'll make you
Yes.
look amazing.
Yes, and body contouring as well.
All right, Amber, thank you so much. It's always a joy to see
And
you.
your tan looks wonderful.
Yes, she did it yesterday, you guys. Feeling good.
Looks great.
We're here with Chelsea and Viviana, the founders of Peachy Keen Studio. And you ladies are here to talk about something that is really the foundation of everything that we do in life. It dictates all of our success and happiness, and we're talking about worth, right?
Yep. Every woman needs to have and know their worth. It's so important to us, and just our salon in general, like how we feel about like what we want the experience to be. And I'll let Chelsea take over to that.
Absolutely. I think it's really important for women to know their worth so that they can live their best life.
Well, and also what's so unique about your story, you know, like we've kind of just chatted about this more in depth, just where you guys started, where you came from, the fact that, you know, your family didn't necessarily instill those values of you can do anything. You guys really had to figure that out yourselves. Will you share that
Yeah, and
part
we're
of your
so
life?
proud of our heritage and that we're both Hispanic. My family's from Chile, and Chelsea's family is Puerto Rican, and we always had our parents like behind us. But unfortunately, like financially, it just wasn't something that they could provide for us. Like
Right.
I assume how other families would be. So we both had our different experiences of how we learned our worth and just like went for it. And sky's the limit. Like whenever you believe in yourself and know your worth, I think that's the biggest thing that we can possibly like, I guess, like spread to our clients is like, don't let anybody ever make you feel like you don't deserve this.
And if it's truly something that you want, like you're worth it, you know?
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah, we both come from humble beginnings, and most importantly, we just want to be able to spread the message, especially being Latin women and, you know, female-owned businesses, that anything's possible. The sky is the limit, and the only person that's stopping us, you, or anybody else from accomplishing anything is ourselves. You need to wake up and start leading by example, and I think that once you educate yourself more and you learn who to surround yourself with, you start getting inspired by so many different people. I mean, being around you women, it's always super inspiring, getting feedback from one another, encouraging each other. So definitely who you surround yourself with, but unfortunately I kind of had to learn the hard way.
I think so many of us do, right? It's just trial and error. That's
And
part
this
of
year
life.
is
It's just a
so
journey.
big on that with the women empowerment. It's like
Yes.
what a day to be alive.
What a day to be alive, girls.
And we just
Agreed.
celebrated International Women's
I
Day.
know.
That's amazing.
All the good things are happening. So if they want to learn more about your community, if people want to get in touch with you and get their hair done, you guys do my hair and I'm obsessed with it now because you've like changed my hair life. If they want to get in touch with you, where do they go? You're over in like Knox Henderson area.
We're right above Cafe Madrid.
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, oh my
studio.
God, they didn't even know that it was here. It's like a hidden door. Oh my God.
So they can go to Peachy Keen Studio
Yes.
on Instagram to find you, follow you, join the movement, go to the classes, go to the events. So I can't wait for everybody to get appointments with you guys and join the community, come to the events. And we love you. Thanks so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We're here with JC and Julianne, the ladies behind the Everyday Therapy podcast. So you guys, tell us about this podcast. It's so amazing, and I just love your mission.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been so fun. So we're mental health therapists. And so our goal was to reach more people than just our individual clients that we see on a regular basis, to reach a bigger community of people.
Y'all are so calming, and you really do make people feel like it's okay to just be yourself and have emotions and
Oh my gosh, thank
you
you.
know, be a
That's our
human.
goal, yeah.
We forget that sometimes.
Yeah, that was so our goal is to normalize mental health. Like everybody struggles with it, like a depressed mood or being anxious or whatever it is.
And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just called you are a human. Yeah.
Yeah.
So today, you guys are helping us tackle a really important subject that affects so many people, and we're talking about burnout. So what is burnout? Let's define
Good question.
it. Let's define
what is it not, right?
So many things.
Yeah, so I'll reference Brene Brown. She's my like forever woman hero. Yeah, she's opening for South by Southwest, actually. But yeah, so basically burnout is the hustle for worthiness.
Wow, hold on. Can we let that sink in? The hustle for worthiness.
Yeah.
Wow. Will you share like your personal experience with burnout with everybody?
Yeah, no, I would love to, because yeah, I think I was educated in identifying burnout, but then I caught up in this belief that, oh, it can't happen to me. And I think I was like taking on kind of when we're talking about culture, this idea of, okay, this is, this is what I need to do. And then somehow I'm doing something wrong. So I should just be able to handle working 72 hours a week, 14-hour days.
Yeah, that should. That bad word should.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I noticed it started to become a problem when, I'm like drinking 8 or 9 cups of coffee at like 9 o'clock at night just so I could drive home, like be alert enough to drive home. And then when it started messing with my personality and mood, I'm typically a pretty happy-go-lucky type of girl.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. So when I started getting irritable, and I mean, I was telling JC, like nobody really knew, but my inner dialogue, I was so cranky. Like, can I cuss on here?
No, you can't, but we know what
your
you mean.
imagination.
She was crotchety. Yes.
Like with my coworkers who are nothing but supportive, right? And so then, sleep was just, it was hard to come by. I was so tired. I started turning down events and spending time with friends.
So when people find themselves, like if someone watching is finding themselves in that situation right now, they're starting to get kind of apathetic, pushing themselves too hard, losing their joy of life, what can they do and like where should they start?
some things that I think we do to keep ourselves in check is one, I know y'all were talking about this earlier, but being assertive and saying no. And sometimes that's really uncomfortable. And I have little key phrases that I'll use whenever I need to say no to something is like, let me think about it. So I'm pausing and taking time to like check my schedule, check how I feel about this project or whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Yeah, and then I can come back and say no.
Yeah,
or yes, if I feel really good about it. So
what's another one of those phrases that you like to rely on when you're kind of trying to rebalance yourself?
Well, I think something for me, I might affirm that I really care about the person and say, this is super important to you, and let me just pause because I want to be able to like fully show up as myself. Just conveying that I care and that, you know, I value them, and maybe I decide that, okay, I'm going to send a text or a phone call if, you know, that day I really have nothing more to give and can't physically show up. But I think it's being able to look at, you know, affirming and then seeing if you can get creative and still keeping, I guess, that relationship.
So it's like communicating in a way that's like really open, honest. It's not like trying to let go of responsibility, but it's like saying, I want to do this, but like this is what I need. And it sounds like it's coming from a very like strong but vulnerable place.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
And I think understanding like the core principle behind assertiveness is respecting yourself and respecting other people. Like if you're being passive, then you're not respecting yourself. You're just saying yes to everything. And so if you can see it in that way of like, okay, I'm gonna honor myself at work or in relationships and honor these other people. And so that can look like saying no.
Yeah, and I think too that helps like build trust, because if you're telling your boss or your friends that you can do everything and then you kind of flake on them, how are they able to trust you? You know,
that's a big one. So it's sometimes like being more authentic and honest and saying no when you need to can be a good thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like kind of reframe this perspective.
Yeah, I feel like most people want you to show up and be honest, even if it's disappointing if you say no. But I'd rather you say no to me and be truthful to yourself than say yes and not be fully in or want to do it.
If somebody is experiencing burnout right now, do you recommend they journal about it, or how can they kind of regroup?
the biggest thing is being able to understand patterns. And so, okay, we can all have an off week, right, where maybe we don't love our job or we're feeling a little bit more depleted. But I think with burnout, it's the ability to step back and see just how you are different and how long-standing that has been, and that being affirming of needing to do things differently.
Well, you guys, thank you so much. You're always just so informative and loving and compassionate, and you just kind of infuse that energy into everything that you do. It's true. Well, thank you
thanks for
so
having
much. Daniela Bell is a celebrity makeup artist who's here to teach us all about spring trends.
Hi, guys.
Hi, thank you for
having
being
me.
here. Thank you for coming. I feel like all the way from the Paris runways. You like just got back from doing all the Paris Fashion Week
Just got
makeup. So I'm so happy that you're here to show us how to get the look.
Absolutely. Thank
Bringing
you
all the way
so
to
much for
Dallas.
having me. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of different trends right now going on because it's a transition from the winter to the spring. And so you see a lot of changes in the makeup, and that's what I love about.
Always a fun time. You get
Yes.
to change up your routine, right?
So this is by Danessa Myrex. It's a color fix glaze. So this is a face gloss. I'll show you what it
Face
is.
gloss?
Right now
Okay,
it's
I don't have one. What is this?
You have to. So if you have a lip gloss, think of lip gloss, but it's not a lip gloss that it's so sticky. It's a lip gloss that actually, it's a face gloss that actually will make your skin look dewy.
Cool.
And very just like luminous and radiance, but in the places that we need it, okay? So you just won't put it all over the face, of course. This is just in very specific points. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, something like this, and I'm gonna go onto the face gloss.
I feel like face gloss is breaking news.
It's breaking news.
At least it's breaking news to me.
You
like
will
you
love
guys,
it.
you heard it here first. Face gloss. I'm very into this.
I actually got to do this look on my models on Paris Fashion Week for this runway show, and they all had this glossy look. So when they were walking down the runway, you can see this beautiful radiance, and just everyone was like, "What's on their face?" You know, this is just
I bet it
gorgeous.
looks so pretty.
So pretty. So look that way. For me, I'm going to show you in the cheeks. So you kind of want to peek it on the highest point of your cheeks right here. So you're just going to dab the brush. The good thing about this gloss gloss is that it's not gonna lift the product. It's not gonna lift the makeup. So sometimes when you use creams over powders, lift the makeup and it looks kind of like muddy and
all
patchy.
weird, yeah.
Yeah, so this is not gonna happen. This is just gonna, it's a product designed for this, for you to put over your skin, even when you already have powders over, okay? So you're just gonna give your skin that wet look. Turn this way for me. There you go. So you kind of just see how beautiful it just creates that
really
nice radiance.
moisturized.
It looks hydrated. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're very minimal, you don't want to wear too much makeup, you can just throw that on after your bronzer, and it's just like a nice little highlighter, but
Yeah.
more dewy. Last touch will be our lashes. And that's an optional thing as well, because a lot of people don't necessarily like to wear lashes, or they like to wear lash extensions and they're all about the lashes, and they like to wake up and just be ready with brows and lashes, right? So it's up to you. If you're one of those lash queens like me, then this is the trick for you. And it's the nice replacement also for lash extensions, because these lashes you can reuse 35 times. So like a full month, you just get a pair and you're good.
And you're good.
And you're good.
You're good to go.
These are called Carmen. These are named after my mother, actually.
Oh, that's
I feel like I had to name a pair of lashes after anyone in my family.
That's so sweet, yes.
But that Valerie lash, which is the one that you're wearing, that was a collaboration between me and Valerie Garmino, which is the designer that I went with as the head makeup artist in Paris Fashion Week.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was, we launched it there, so it was very awesome just to see the lashes walking down the runway in Paris. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I bet.
So these lashes, I like them because they're very wispy, and this particular style just go from short to long, and they're very natural too. So they're perfect for the everyday, just kind of like the ones that you have on as well. Turn this way for me. And all you're gonna do is actually just look down. So don't close your eyes, just look down, and then just make sure you connect the center of the lash with the center of your eyelid. They're very easy to apply. You just connect those dots right there. So the outside, the center, and then the inside. And then you open your eye and it's right there. You don't have to wait for the glue to dry. It's very fast drying. And again, it stays on the whole day because it's also a waterproof glue, and it's latex free.
Amazing. So if people want to buy your lashes, keep up with you, book you as their makeup artist, where do they go to find you?
They go to my website, danielabellbeauty.com or danielabelllashes.com, whichever works, and social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that, it's Daniela Bell Beauty.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for teaching us these spring trends. I feel like we're really ready to embrace the new season now.
Yes.
Right, guys? Okay.